Lethal, yet shy. These three words perfectly capture the essence of a creature that holds a fearsome title. We are talking about the inland taipan, a snake often cited as the world's most venomous land serpent. This reputation conjures images of an aggressive, deadly monster, a relentless predator to be feared above all others. Yet the reality of this animal is far more complex and much more interesting. It is a creature shrouded in mystery, an expert in the art of disappearance, a resident of some of the most unforgiving landscapes on our planet. Its story is not one of aggression, but of remarkable adaptation and a quiet, reclusive existence. The inland taipan, scientifically known as Oxyuranus microlepidotus, is a paradox. It possesses a venom so potent that a single, minuscule drop is enough to end a life, yet it actively avoids conflict. A master of its domain, a highly efficient predator, but when faced with something as large and loud as a human, its instinct is to flee. The inland taipan makes its home in one of the most remote and challenging environments on Earth. It resides in the arid heart of central eastern Australia, specifically the Channel Country of Queensland and neighbouring parts of South Australia. This is a land of extremes: cracked clay soils, gibber plains of small stones, sparse, hardy vegetation. The landscape is defined by seasonal cycles, flooding drought. When the rivers flood, the plains become temporary wetlands. For most of the year, it's a sun-scorched, dry world, where only the toughest survive. This isolation is why human encounters are incredibly rare. Those cracked clay soils are integral to the snake's survival. Deep fissures and cracks form as the clay bakes, creating subterranean tunnels and shelters. The inland taipan uses natural burrows and abandoned animal holes to escape the searing heat and the cold of night. It's a creature of twilight, most active in the early morning and late afternoon. By hiding underground through the hottest hours, it conserves energy and avoids dehydration. The taipan lives on the black soil plains. This fertile ground supports a boom-and-bust ecosystem. After infrequent rains, the plains burst with life. Population explosions of small mammals, especially the long-haired rat. The venom of the inland taipan is the stuff of legend, and for good reason. On a drop-for-drop basis, it is the most toxic venom of any snake on the planet, land or sea. This is determined by laboratory tests on mice, known as the LD50 test, which measures the lethal dose required to kill 50% of a test population. The inland taipan's venom is so incredibly potent that a single bite is estimated to contain enough toxin to kill over 100 adult humans, or 250,000 mice. This extreme toxicity is not designed for defense against large creatures like us. It is a highly specialized tool for hunting fast, warm-blooded prey in an environment where every meal counts. The venom itself is a complex cocktail of powerful toxins, a multi-pronged weapon that attacks the victim's body on several fronts simultaneously. Its primary component is a potent neurotoxin, which works with terrifying speed to shut down the nervous system. This causes paralysis by blocking the signals between the brain and the muscles, including the muscles responsible for breathing. At the same time, the venom contains powerful procoagulants, which cause the blood to clot throughout the circulatory system. This rapid consumption of clotting factors can lead to a paradoxical effect, where the victim then begins to bleed uncontrollably from the bite site and other internal organs. In addition to the neurotoxins and coagulants, the venom also contains myotoxins that break down muscle tissue, causing immense pain and leading to kidney damage as the body tries to filter out the dead cell debris. This devastating combination ensures that its small mammal prey succumbs almost instantly. It patrols a familiar territory, knowing the best places to find shelter and food. When it comes to hunting, the inland taipan is a master of precision. Its main food source is the long-haired rat, Rattus velocissimus. These rodents experience dramatic population booms in the Channel Country. The snake will actively seek out these rodents, using its keen eyesight and sense of smell to track them. Once it locates its prey, it employs a highly effective strategy. It will corner the rodent in a burrow or a deep crack in the soil, leaving it with no escape route. This eliminates the need for a long chase, conserving energy in the harsh climate. The strike itself is incredibly fast and accurate. The snake lunges forward, delivers one or several bites in a fraction of a second, then immediately retreats. This bite and release tactic is a key safety measure. Small rodents have sharp teeth and can inflict a nasty wound, so retreating instantly minimizes the snake's risk of injury. The potent venom does its work in moments, and the snake can then safely approach and consume its meal. After swallowing its prey whole, it will retreat to a safe, warm place to digest, a process that can take several days, during which it is largely inactive. Beyond hunting and thermoregulation, the inland taipan's behavior is overwhelmingly defensive and non-confrontational. If it senses the vibrations of an approaching human or large animal, its first instinct is to freeze or flee to the nearest shelter. It will only stand its ground if completely cornered and feeling its life is in danger. In such a situation, it may adopt a warning posture, raising the front part of its body into a tight, S-shaped curve, its head aimed at the threat. This is a clear signal to back off. A bite is the absolute last resort for a creature that has honed the art of avoidance over millennia. Despite possessing the world's most toxic venom, the inland taipan is responsible for an exceptionally small number of human bites and even fewer fatalities. This might seem surprising, but it's the logical outcome of the snake's habitat temperament. It lives in sparsely populated regions of the Australian outback, areas most people will never visit. The chances of an average person stumbling across one are astronomically low. Most Australians, even in rural areas, will never see one in the wild. The few documented bites that have occurred almost always involved people trying to catch, handle, or kill the snake. Herpetologists, snake catchers, field researchers are most at risk because their work brings them into direct contact with the species. They're aware of the risks and usually prepared. This isn't a story of unprovoked attacks on hikers. It's a reclusive animal defending itself when provoked or cornered. In the rare event of a bite, modern medicine offers an effective defense: antivenom. Australia has a world-class system for producing and distributing antivenoms. A Taipan antivenom was developed in the 1950s, and it neutralizes the venom effectively if given promptly. The key to survival is immediate medical attention. First aid: apply a pressure immobilization bandage to the bite limb and keep the victim as still as possible to slow venom spread. Then transport the patient to a hospital without delay. Thanks to the snake's shy nature, remote habitat, and available antivenom, fatalities are virtually unheard of today. Its fearsome reputation comes from the lab, not real-world encounters. The danger isn't just venom toxicity, behavior, habitat, and frequency of contact with people. For the inland taipan, those factors make it one of the least threatening venomous snakes to humans in practice, despite its potential. Our journey with the inland taipan ends where it began, with respect. This is a creature that asks only to be left alone, and the simplest way to stay safe in its world is to grant that wish. If you are ever fortunate enough to be in the Australian outback and see a snake, the golden rules are simple. First, stay calm and do not make any sudden movements. Second, slowly back away, giving the animal a wide berth and a clear path to escape. Never, ever attempt to touch a snake. Never, ever attempt to catch a snake. Never, ever attempt to kill a snake. A huge percentage of snake bites occur when people try to interfere with the animal. Practical safety measures in snake country are common sense. Wear sturdy, closed-toe boots. Wear long, thick trousers to protect your lower legs. When walking, watch where you place your feet and hands. Be especially cautious around deep cracks in the soil, fallen logs, and dense vegetation, as these are prime hiding spots. Using a torch at night is essential. By being mindful of your surroundings, you can easily avoid accidentally stepping on or startling a snake, which dramatically reduces the already minimal risk of a negative encounter. These simple precautions are all it takes to share the landscape safely. From a conservation perspective, the inland taipan is currently listed as a species of least concern because its remote habitat protects it from most direct human pressures. However, this could change. The expansion of agriculture into the outback can alter the delicate ecosystem it depends on. The expansion of mining into the outback can alter the delicate ecosystem it depends on. The expansion of other developments into the outback can alter the delicate ecosystem it depends on. Changes in land use can affect the populations of its prey, and increased human activity brings a greater potential for conflict.